Hi, and thank you for watching Targeted West. Our website is targetedwest.com. We are the V2K and Dreams call that talks about synthetic telepathy and fake dreams, and we are a peaceful work group that gets together every week to talk about different technologies, and we have interviews with people like Kathy O'Brien, Dr. Robert Duncan, and others. So check that out in the archives on YouTube or one of your favorite platforms. I'm usually there. This is show number 197, just first day of February 2026, and the opinions of the people on this call are that of their own and not that of DJ Chris or Targeted West. So without further ado, I will talk to you about the Discombobulator that came in the news the other day. Someone was in, I think, with the New York Times was interviewing Donald Trump, and he said, "Well, I can't talk about it, but we have a technology called the Discombobulator, and that's the directed energy weapons that they've been denying not having, but apparently the U.S. government has it." I know when I had more targeting than I do now, I would get zapped in the feet. And one day I had them zap me in the feet with the electric jolts. And then I would hear a voice giggling and laughing and saying, ha ha ha. And that went on for a while and then it stopped because I guess I didn't react to it. But this new terminology called the discombobulator sounds like something from the 50s, and it's hilarious that that's what they're calling it. And they deny Havana syndrome, which is funny. They deny that, but then they're boasting about using directed energy weapons in the Department of War, which now officially has a graphic for it. So it's literally um, official
Do you
with
think
graphics and everything,
do you
right,
think it's
Anthony?
do you think it's possible that he just you know how he kind of forgets words because he's up there in age and he doesn't know the right words to say, like he was calling Greenland Iceland and that type of thing in his speeches. Do you think he was just didn't know the correct word to call that neuro weapon, and he just said that discombobulator, and he just said discombobulate instead of saying that
I
we
think
have
it's
neuro weapons.
possible.
You know,
I think it's very possible with him because he's so old. That's an old 50s term.
yeah. I mean, I've used it before. That the word discombobulated. I feel discombobulated. I mean, I've used it. In fact, quite
Me too.
recently, I've used that word. Maybe he just
Yeah.
didn't and know the right terminology to use. I mean, nobody's ever heard of a weapon called the discombobulator. I mean, we've heard of a lot of other types of weapons.
Well, I asked Grok, and I did an article on my Substack account, which you can join for free at targetedwest.substack.com. And I did an article today about the very thing you talk about, Anthony. And the discombobulator term is being bantered about on other Substack pages, and AI Grok is picking it up. So another version of AI told me there's no such thing. Then there's somebody that said they didn't use in Venezuela the technology there. It was something else. So everybody's got a different story. So that's the topic tonight. Tonight's a topic night. Thank you, Anthony, for your comment. Or do you have any more comments about it?
Well, the only other thing that I have to say during my years, I've had blood come out of my ears and my nose, um, and I those reports in Venezuela also report of them suffering from hemorrhaging.
You're right. Oh my, that's true. Do you also get zapped and jolted by the directed
Oh,
energy weapons too?
yes, and I get the pressure tube sensation in my head. So I use a shield against my head most of the time.
That's incredible. A happy birthday to you, Michelle, with one L. Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Chris. Thanks.
You made it another year. So what does that make you? Capricorn? Or what's after
Aquarius.
Sagittarius? What is it?
Aquarius.
Oh,
Aquarius.
Aquarius. They have songs about you.
Yep.
Yeah, enjoy those birthdays, because once you get like me, you avoid them. JWO is in the house. He's got a shielding call on Fridays. Check it out on TIEvents.org. If you're on your favorite platform or listening on Spotify, go to TIEvents.org for all your needs to find a different call. Not all of them are recorded like I do, but you can find one live, or maybe you'll find a podcast somewhere. So check it out. Anyway, please again join my Substack, targetedwest.substack.com, and you can join for free. That would be great if you could do that. And tonight's topic is the Discombobulator, or the directed energy weapons, or better known as Havana syndrome, better known as an anomaly, and a health anomaly. So, it's always something. But anybody want to talk about that? It's open mic. Come on in.
Yeah, I guess I'll add my 2 cents. What they are doing is they are muddying the waters by putting in these, how do I want to put this? It's a diversion tactic. They're using incorrect terminology to implant the wrong definitions into people's heads. This is all scripted. He was told to say that, and he said that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure he was told to say that for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. And one more thing I'd like to say, and it's not about the discombobulator, but it's about it's about the protests that are going on over in Minneapolis. Um, it doesn't have to do with a political. It's not a political statement now. Um, the other day I was watching footage of the protesters in front of a hotel where ICE stays, and it was at night. And they said over the loudspeaker, officials, they said we're going to deploy the the rat the rad no what is it called, the rat
LRAD. Yeah, we
LRAD
mentioned that in my
LRAD.
article.
Uh-huh.
My
They said that over the
Substack article mentions
loudspeaker,
that.
and then all of a sudden people started scattering, and I heard some people cussing, but I don't know if that was but so that bit of information is out there about energy weapons.
Yeah, my article on Substack mentions LRADs and all the other type of technology they have, including making clicking sounds in your head, and we know about the talking part in the head and the communication through synthetic telepathy, which is what this call is about. Anyway, it's open mic. Come on in if you'd like to talk about directed energy weapons tonight. We have our shielding expert here, John, and we're waiting for your comment.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't really call me an expert in anything, dude. I just do what I do over the years of trial and error and just having an instinctual feeling. I feel a lot of things. If it does not feel good, I don't do it. And I see what works and what doesn't, and I just try and focus on what works. Like, I don't have a clearance. I don't know anything about it. I just do what I do to defend myself.
You're pretty good. You do a pretty good. You do a pretty good job. I think you're an expert. That's what we think.
Maybe I'm eating a little humble pie. But I'm expanding on the Deb K copper boxes, and the copper box has gotten bigger. And it seems like it's working real good around the refrigerator. So they backed off today. They didn't really bother us today. We went, well, their voice is scolding Bonnie brutally, and she's not doing much to shield herself, but she claims that everything she does doesn't help her, and there's certain things that help her, but she doesn't do it. She doesn't do it. She's going to need a copper box on her head.
That's one way to do it, but it doesn't really always get rid of the voices, unfortunately. They're pretty hard to get rid of. The best thing I do for me is I turn all my technology off at night. All the fans get shut off, and it's really quiet.
Well, we're still in a discord as to what it actually is. They say it's voice to skull, that they project this microwave shit into your head and it goes into your ear, and I don't think that's what it is. I think it is exactly like the Radiohead protocol. I think it is different. I don't think it is what is generally talked about. I think it is a different kind of system that has to be dealt with differently. And I can be sitting right next to her, and she will get laughing in her ear, and I don't hear it. We're two TIs living together. Wait a minute. We are two TIs living together in the same apartment, and she has one set of targeting.
That's wild. I have the same situation over here. You're being the same RV, and they don't hear what I hear.
Well, that's because, that's exactly if we start to think of ourselves as cell phones, analogous to a cell phone, we might understand this a little bit better. So if all of us or a few of us are sitting in a living room together, watching a game, and my cell phone rings, and your cell phone doesn't ring, and my cell phone only rings, and it doesn't affect your cell phone, that's exactly how this works. It's visual light communication, and it's beam steering, exactly like cell phones work.
But where the question becomes, where does it hit you on the body and make its entrance into your body? That's the first question. And the general...
It's visual light communication. So
I think that is incorrect. I do not think it hits you in the head. I think it hits you in the face. Okay, there's a difference. It's in the Radiohead protocol.
From what I understand, we have two sinks in our body, and one is in our upper body and one is in our lower body. And once the message is received in one of the sinks, it transmits the message on what it needs to do electrically in our body. So that's what I believe is happening, and I believe it's all visual light communication, and it doesn't have anything to do with as much radio frequency and directed energy. I think it has more to do with your body area network. That's my belief.
Talking about Li-Fi, which is light emitting Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's possible. It's open mic if you'd like to talk about technologies, especially directed energy weapons. And now's the time.
Well,
you'll be on recording. Hello.
Okay. It's Cece.
Hello,
I haven't
Cece.
shared this
How
on the
are
call.
you?
Hi. Oh, same stuff, a different day.
I mean, Cece did a good job last night carrying Friday night because nobody was talking, and Cece was on the call, and she kept the call going while I was working, dude. They kicked my ass Friday night in there. I couldn't talk on the phone. I couldn't listen on the phone. I had the supervisors watching me, and they were walking by the window looking at me to see if I could physically handle the job. I mean, so I couldn't. So Cece carried the call Friday. It was a good job.
Thank you, John. Thank you, brother. Known you a while. He's been helping the TI family for quite a while.
You can get on my call all night long, anytime you want.
Thank you, John. Some of the old school that go all the way back to 2010 and before. But yes, bless John. He really does a lot of testing of what's going on and happening to him and his lady and the TI family in general. Something I never shared on the calls. These perps, they unalived my uncle. They unalived my uncle, my mother's brother, who was, and forgive it, he was a Mason. He was probably in the upper echelon of that. He worked in the Transamerica building in San Francisco. He was a Korea War vet. He was a decorated air pilot in the Air Force, okay? And these monsters murdered my uncle. His new wife's family. He went into the Air Force and not the Army like the rest of the family because he did not like to get in water. He did not go into the Marines. He did not go into the Navy. He bought his new wife a new house, sold his beautiful Victorian over there in the city, bathroom with Italian marble and Italian fixtures from Italy for his second wife in that home. Sold that home and bought a perp, a new house. Be careful what you do as a TI. And that new house had a pool. My uncle died in a pool, and he didn't even know how to swim. Didn't know how to swim. And before we knew it, before anybody was told that he was gone, they cremated my uncle. God knows what they did with his body. He lived near an Air Force base. So I don't know what those nasty people did with my uncle's body. But this is the thing. That's about the same time that they ran me into a mental ward right there, nearby there, okay? So they were trying to take a bunch of us out at once. So, Chris, I share that because these people are evil. And there was a second point I had, but maybe I'll come back and share that. But be careful and pray for your loved ones because this is nothing nice at all, not even a little bit. That's why I'm kind of fiery, because they've unalived a lot of my friends and stuff, even my closest circle of church friends as a teenager. Half of them are gone because of these monsters.
Thank you, Cece, for your commentary.
Right, I don't want to take away from any of that, but what I'm saying is the only thing that is going to help us is the test equipment and the visual evidence and the evidence of signal evidence, oscilloscopes, spectrum analyzers, data recorders. I mean, we are going to need physical evidence of signal evidence in here. Gauss meters, I mean, voltmeter. I think the inductive voltage tests are going off all over your body. I think that is very strong evidence that suggests you're being messed with. So, yeah, I mean, without that evidence, we're sunk.
What would you even do with evidence if you had it?
Meant to let you guys know that they don't even care about their Masonic brothers, okay? They'll take them out. These people are
I know
disgusting.
my dad was a master mason and he had V2K.
I totally believe you without a shadow of a doubt, Chris.
Wait, your dad had V2K and he was a master mason?
Yep.
So I guess there's really no reason to serve. They'll screw you either way, huh?
They take their own out.
Yeah. They take their own out. Of course, that happens in every organization. The higher level ones, take out the little ones.
The problem with it, dude. Like I can bring the horse to water when I can't make them drink it. Like they don't listen or something. Like you can talk all you want if you have no physical proof, then you're just all talk. You have to show them the evidence of what they're doing to you somehow. When they come to put you in a straitjacket, you have to show them the testers that here it is, dude, and that without that you have nothing. The videos are going to maybe their license plates might help. This asshole's following me everywhere I go. Here's his license plate. You can have that. But they are attacking us in our house. They're attacking us in our home. We pay money to live here. We don't get to live here for free. They're attacking us in our home, violating your Fourth Amendment rights. You have Fourth Amendment. So, you are to be free from illegal searches and seizures, and they're violating that, and they're suppressing your free speech, and they're violating like 5 of your constitutional fucking rights. Okay, it's what they're doing to you, and me, and all the TIs, and the hit pieces. Yeah. Get me started. Who is this asshole back here? Who is he?
I believe that the heart attack gun leaves a raised mark on the chest for about 10 minutes after somebody dies. I wish I would have taken the opportunity to take a picture, but I've researched it and kind of a morbid way to think about it, but I wish I would have gotten proof. Like when my boyfriend died in my living room, I noticed that right away on his chest, and I wish I would have taken a picture of it. He died of a heart attack, like some of us TIs, have been found in our homes, heart attack with no explanation.
My V2K brings heart attacks up all the time. They say if you don't walk, you're going to have a heart attack. That music in the background.
Gives me heart palpitations every day.
I forgot to
You get
say
heart
that my
palpitations. Yeah.
Oh, I get that. But I forgot to say that my uncle, he didn't swim and he was drowned. They said that he was swimming in his pool. And he never swam in his life. Wouldn't go near the water. Didn't even own a swimsuit ever in his life, ever. Hey, Chris, he had a collection of cars. He loved Porsches, and he had a British Jensen. His third wife with her nasty family. One of our family members was working in his new home. He bought a new house for her, and one of my brothers was working in the neighborhood and noticed all the cars because we know all his cars, my uncle's cars. And they had wrecked all of them. He had beautiful cars. They were all wrecked after he had passed on. They think that they are better than us, but they just don't even know how to take care of anything, you guys. Nothing. Everything they touch, they destroy.
Does anybody on here own test equipment like oscilloscopes or spectrum analyzers or voltmeters or anything? Are there any technical people on here?
I know a guy with a spectrum analyzer. He's testing. You know something?
We're going to end up stopping these people. The technological people in our community are going to end up stopping this system. I commend you, John. Just keep on going.
I already stopped them. I'm already stopping them. They flew one plane over here today. It wasn't constant planes all day. I mean, seems like they backed off today here. It was a relatively good day here for the first time in a long time. I didn't get any zapping. I didn't get any zappings on my body. They didn't mess with me while I was sleeping. I mean, I didn't have any artificial dreams. No, listen, guys, you wouldn't believe the shit they've been doing to us here. But it was quiet today, so I don't know. We might have a bad day tomorrow.
Today was one of the first days in years that I slept in, too. So I agree with you. Today was kind of a good day because I was able to wake up on my own and not be kind of not woken up.
Did you guys do anything?
I had a good day too.
That's good.
Well, I'll tell you that there's some people I know in high places that there's one that I got to that there's some messages coming back to me that person, and I'm not saying gender, I'm not saying name, I think that they took me more serious than some of the others that I've been talking to, okay? And a message through the grapevine, just some things that I was shown, right? That they're looking into things, and that's just from my little place in the world. And I hope to God, because somebody told me that I'd be on the TV. Okay, it was some sort of psychic or spiritual situation, and they said that I'd be on TV.
You better get your hair done.
You know what, John?
Get all prettied up for the TV.
No, I want them to black me out.
You better get
all dolled
up, sister.
I don't. My hair's been growing though, brothers. For some odd reason, it's gone past my shoulders, and that hasn't been since I was a little girl. When I was like 8, 10 years old, I had hair to the middle of my back, and now it's almost like halfway there, and I'm just like freaked out. But I don't know. But I want them to black out my face. I don't want to be seen. I mean, particularly.
We'll be right back after just a moment.
No, I can't wait to be seen. They take pictures of me all day, all night, every day, every night. I want to be seen. I want the world to see how fucked up I am.
Okay, very good. We're going to play a little commercial, and we'll be right back.
Jamie, being a targeted individual is so isolating. I don't know who to trust or where to turn.
I totally get it, Alex. That's how I felt too, until I found TIEvents.org.
TIEvents.org? What's that?
It's a site that lists everything for TIs. Conference calls, webinars, in-person events, support groups, meetups, and more. There's something happening every day.
Well, that's exactly what I need. Real support from people who understand.
You'll find it all at TIEvents.org. It's been a game changer for me.
TIEvents.org, your one-stop source for all targeted individual events. Visit today and connect with your community.
Well, I didn't take it off. I ain't home.
TIEvents.org. Check it out. Now back to the call. Hey, John. You're welcome,
Yeah,
BFF.
I can't thank DJ Chris and Tranquility and Tanya and Rick and Huggy Bear and everybody that helps moderate the Friday night call to keep it going. And Cece carried the call Friday. I could not get in there and do anything because I'm working. It's hard. But there's nothing to say. I'm going to be down there much longer. And I got to keep shit going and keep the channels open and keep it running. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do what I feel is best to do. I go with my gut instinct on shit. And what my spirit is telling me is that now is the time for us to push back big time. For all of you that's targeted for 10, 20, 30 freaking years, now is your time to step up to the plate and take your at-bats. You got to do it. Don't sit there and keep your mouth shut.
I want to thank Kia for helping keep that call running Friday night. She was talking, and there were a couple other people. I think a brother from the Bay Area was on there talking. Ben, I think. Not Ben.
Hey, I'll make you co-host if I see you're on with a user ID, and I will promote you to co-host. I'm telling you, if you just get on there and let me know you're on there, and if I see it, I'll make you co-host.
I'm humbly thankful. Thank you, John. You know that I helped with calls a long time ago, and it is a calling. It's difficult because you go about your week, and then you're like, here comes the call night. Here comes the call time, and you got to get everything set up. I know what you guys do.
Used to it. It's just part of my routine. I just do it. It's part of my routine. I get up, start the call, and make my coffee. So that's what I do. It's nothing to me.
I was a little stressed doing it. Oh, sorry. Who's talking? Was that Krista?
What call?
He has a call on Friday nights at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I believe.
Which one is that?
What's it called,
It's
John?
on TIEvents.org, and it's a shielding call with John.
Oh, game over. It's better rest it is.
Humbly thank you, John, for that opportunity, because I was just like supportive co-host before, and only a couple times. I had a show that was TI dating, but I get teased about that.
Well, you can talk to me and Bonnie about TI dating.
There are some TI couples. There are TI couples. I was asked to be somebody's girlfriend, but I didn't jump on it, and somebody else did. And they're still happily together. Bless them. I won't say who that is, but you don't kiss and tell.
Well, your baggage becomes that other person's baggage, and that person's baggage becomes your baggage. It's got to be compatible baggage for it to work. So our baggage is compatible, so it kind of works.
My Joe used
But
to say, my crazy matches your... So So,
I
yeah.
could be sitting right next to her, and she gets a voice of skull, and I don't hear it. Or she can be walking across the hall here, or the room, and she will get voice of skull, and I don't hear it. And all the other shit that they do to her, they're very heavily voice to skull centric on her. I really want to try and get the voice to skull reduced on her, but she has to cooperate and do more shielding shit. She does some things, but not everything, and she needs to do more to try and block them.
Has she ever tried binaural beats? It's a hint that I got from somebody, and it kind of helps.
Well, we're trying to do that. I was going to get her some headphones, and I'm going to, as a matter of fact, maybe we'll do that tonight. Do you want to talk about gadgets that have been introduced to the TI community that haven't helped anybody? Two-Wave and Cyber Shield and shit like that?
I know a guy in
Dream
San Diego
Shield.
that was a TI, John, and he tried to put himself in like some sort of metal box, like a coffin type situation, just to get rid of the V2K. A Latino brother, doesn't matter the color, doesn't matter the culture, religion or whatever. He outfitted that coffin-like box and got in it for like 48 hours. And it did not help. I think it was metal and plastic and stuff like that.
That brings me back to point number one. Where does this shit enter your body in order for it to work? If it is a radio frequency and it hits you in the head, then there's just no escaping it, because you're not going to be able to escape that. But if it is a beam type thing that hits you in the face, you can block that.
John, where
well, I know I
So
was.
this guy's in the metal box, and I don't know what I gotta see the visual example of what he was laying in order to validate what he's saying. If you are in a metal box, sealed in the metal box, you will suffocate. So there was obviously some way there was obviously some way into the box that they exploited.
Hey, I have a call in order. Yeah. And veggie nachos?
He made it so he could breathe, but I don't know how he did that.
And even a true Faraday cage, you have to get around getting ventilation in there, because a true Faraday cage would be completely blocked off from there would be no chicken wire or bars or anything to
What
see
about
through.
the copper wire, Anthony? I've heard of copper screening.
That'll do somewhat, some kind of protection, but against this that we're going through, it's my theory is it's more visual light communication. So that Faraday business is going to do no good.
I saw somebody who had one that was like the size of a bed, like it was like a box on top of his bed, and then he had all this different stuff that he made, into a bed size thing.
In any true Faraday.
Y'all, if you don't have your mic muted, mute your mics, please.
Oh. It's my headset. I'm sorry, guys.
Any true Faraday cage, you're going to run up against this obstacle of HVAC, the ventilation, so air conditioning, ventilation, and heating, because you can't have any gaps whatsoever come through.
Anthony, I have a question for you. You said
Yes.
You think it's this light coming at you to
Yes.
your face. Have you tried to shield in any way to see if it would stop or slow it down to try to prove or disprove this idea? Why I ask this is because with all these people that suffer V2K, everywhere you go on these calls, it's loaded with V2K. Why isn't there some way that someone hasn't figured that simple aspect of it, where it's coming into your head. I'm not saying it's simple, but one single aspect.
I have, and I've said it many times. I have, and I have done that, and I have said it many times. A metal block over your eyebrow seems to disrupt it. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. A metal block over your eyebrow seems to block it.
That's what you tested? You tested that with your girlfriend?
Well, I have to get her to actually do it. I cannot do this. She has to actually do this.
Oh, do you have V2K, John? Do you have V2K?
Wait a minute. I did this at work, where I work around a lot of machines, and there's a lot of parts and bolts and nuts and washers and wrenches, and there's always tools around and metal scrap and things like that. And they said, the devil said that if I mock his name, he will take my air. And I put this block over my fucking eyebrow, and it seems to have disrupted it. And I felt better, balanced.
Anthony, why don't you try that and see?
I'm going to try that now. Should I try copper?
This was steel. It was a magnetic. It was a ferrous steel.
Okay, so it should be
it was
steel.
A steel bolt.
Okay, steel. Okay,
block.
And Luda, getting back to your question, if I may,
sure.
I believe it's ubiquitous anywhere that you go. Now let's start in the outdoors. If you're walking in the forest or at the beach or the river or something. Now the air particles in the air themselves are smart, and they're floating in the air, and you are an antenna, and you are going to be connected to anything around you that's electrical, be it the air outside, be it inside your vehicle. Your body is going to be connected to vehicle to everything, which is connected to the Internet of Things, and the Internet of Things is connected to anything that's. I believe that anything that's electrical, whether it has a battery or whether it doesn't have to be connected to the Internet, it can be interrupted, because this warfare is full spectrum warfare, and it could use any electrical device, be it a vape pen, which mine has exploded twice in my pocket, or an AM/FM radio. That's just a battery thing. They could also enter that. It doesn't have to be anything plugged into the wall or on the Internet, and that's my theory.
Well, maybe like you say, like John says, it's over the eyebrows. Maybe it's coming in through the eyes, because that's wide open to the brain. That's just your brain extended.
That could be.
I know I got shot by some kind of wave driving down the street, either last night or the night before.
When I first read the Radiohead Protocol, it made no sense to me. This was 10 years ago when I read the introductory piece to this book. When I first saw it, it made no sense to me. I was like, what the hell is this? But now that I've been in this for this long, it makes more sense to me. The first introductory chapters, it's free on Amazon. You can go to Amazon.com, type in Radiohead Protocol, and it will give you the first couple chapters of this book. It's all you need.
Okay, question is patents, directed energy weapon patents. Has anybody seen a patent for this in all those hundreds of patents that are all over the internet?
I'm sure there is, but I don't know who's picked through it all. There's a book called Mind Control Patents. It's a textbook It's as thick as a freaking phone book. It's got it's all the patents in one book. I wish I would have got it when I could have got it.
Hello?
But there is a book.
Hello? Hi.
Hello,
My
come on
name's,
in. How are you?
So my name's Richard. I'm from Chicago. And
Hello, Richard.
I'm a TI, and I'm here for a couple of reasons. But since the subject got around the patents, I happen to have been working
Richard, our book club's going to start right now. Can you give us your information right afterwards? Take just a moment. The book club today is, of course, the Fort Bragg Cartel, Drug Trafficking in the Special Forces by Seth Harp. We gave it an 8. You can join the book club for free. Go to bookclubs.com/TI book club/join, and you can join too. And you would be surprised at all the drug use that the special forces do when they're hanging around each other and they're transporting it from different places and from Fort Bragg to all sorts of different countries and back with weapons being distributed. So, and the CIA knows about it. So anyway, that's the book of the week. You can check that out at the book club. Anyway, Richard, go ahead.
For 28 years, I've been helping lawyers prosecute patents, so I know a little something about them. And every patent has within it, if you look at all that fine print, exactly how the invention is made, what it's supposed to be used for, what problem it's supposed to solve in industry, and how it's unique. And so if you read them, you'll know exactly what they do or try to do. Maybe not how they're being abused exactly, but how they have what they call industrial applicability in the real world. And it's a complete breakdown on how to make one, or else it wouldn't be a patent. Someone who's proficient in the art has got to be able to read that and know exactly how to make one, or it's not a genuine patent. It wouldn't be a patent. So if you read them, that's exactly what they constitute, what they shoot out, whatever. So it may give you insight as to what part of the anatomy is more vulnerable to the exact thing that these things fire out. And how is everybody tonight, by the way?
Well, what is it? Industrial applicability in the real world. I'm going to write that down.
I think I have that book.
What Richard's saying is so important, because if you guys can find the patent for this thing, and like he says, it's going to say a lot about it, and I think that's your door into finding more information about this rather than just trying to, use shielding on your body and all. Get right down to the groundwork of it and get into the patent of it.
I got the book on that. It's Project MK Ultra by Axel Balthauser. It's on Amazon. I bought it from there. It's a book just of patents for including synthetic telepathy, implants, and it's literally 380 pages just of patents of the technology from
Can
MK
you put
Ultra.
that in the chat? Can you put it in the chat? Are you in the chat?
Yeah, I put it in there.
We have it in the chat room right now.
Yeah.
Searching the United States Patent and Trademark Office is free. And not only is it free, but as you find these patents, you also find related patents. And you can click on those links, and you can download them all as PDFs for free.
Who was talking about the book? Well, I thought that was Richard talking. Who was talking about the book? Patents?
Well, that was me, Alan. Somebody brought up the book, and
Where are you from? Where are you from,
Salem.
Alan?
Salem, Oregon.
Oregon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Salem,
okay.
Oregon.
I'm in Sacramento.
There is a book.
Okay.
There is a book that has all the mind control patents in one book. It's called the Encyclopedia of Mind Control Patents. Let me go see if I can find this book somewhere. It's like $30.
The one I must have a different one. Mine's written by Axel, A-X-E-L, Balthauser, Balthaza, Axel Balthazer, and I got it off Amazon. And it's simply called Project MK Ultra and Mind Control Technology. But there's another, and somebody wrote MK Ultra Mind Control Technology, so that might be it. So thanks for whoever put that up there.
If you go to the USPTO.gov website, you can search mind control patents, and you can find patents that are current up to last Tuesday. Tuesday's their publication day. So if it just came out last Tuesday, you could read about it. They're all there. The only thing is, you have to have a knowledge of one capable in the art, because they're not obligated to teach you the craft. They're just obligated to explain it. So you'd have to be a person in the industry of making these such weapons to be able to understand sometimes what they're saying. They don't give you any breaks in that regard. But other than that, it's completely free and it's completely comprehensive. Every patent in the United States is there, including every one for mind control, and up until last Tuesday, and they make it very easy to find related items through little blue links that you can keep following forever, usually, on any given topic. I do this for a living, I know.
Okay.
I think
Private
that's the best solution to your problem.
Private industry, brother, or public industry? Your job. Okay.
I work in a law firm in Chicago. We're full service, but I'm in the IP end, and I do a few other things like trusts, wills, deeds, and real estate.
Because we can sit and spin, which is what they want us to do. They want us to get one of those little toys like little kids sit on and, pump the thing and go around in circles and just, philosophize about what it might be and why I'm getting zapped and, and that's not to overly criticize our TI family members. I'm just saying that I'm a fact finder. I found out that they're just like sitting there playing with my life like that. And now it's been 33 years. I'm not trying to sit and talk. I'm a fact finder. So there's a sister who comes on the call. She just listens. She hardly ever talks. And she just pointed me to Gorgon State. And this particular group, they're tied to the Sierra Nevada Corporation. Anybody familiar with Sierra Nevada Corporation? They're a corporate entity that gets government contracts, and they deal with voice to skull. They're one of the originating top 3 companies that deals and divvies out this V2K. Look it up. Nevada. What is that? Is that, somebody correct me, Area 51? Where is Area 51, anyone? Where is it located?
In Nevada.
I really don't study it, because when you start talking about aliens, I go out the back. I go out the front door, the back door. I go through the windows. I'm not, until I see somebody who's credible.
CC.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Until I shake the hand of an alien or see an alien ship or, which I've seen alien ships, okay, because they were holograms over the base where my father was a scientist. Yes, I saw that in California. It looked like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Remember that big ship? Anybody? Remember that movie? It looked just like that, only it was all different gray colors. And I'm not talking about gray aliens. I'm talking about in the sky, bigger than a medium-sized mountain, up in the sky. When I was about 9 years old, and a whole bunch of stuff was happening in California, all up and down the coast. Google it, you'll see. But until I shake the hand of an alien, I'm not talking aliens to nobody. Don't even try it, for me anyway. I do believe there's life out there. Anyways, so what you guys are talking about, back to the Sierra Nevada Corporation, look that up. I researched that because I really feel for you guys with V2K. I'll come back later. Thank you.
It seems to all you guys are so intelligent, innately, like Richard and John and DJ, that between even the 3 of you, I don't know whether you have V2K, Richard, but these other fellas do. And Anthony, there's another one sitting there right now. He's got V2K. That you could work on this project together and get to the bottom of this pretty quick with information. Like Richard says, it's all there. You just have to find it. It's there, though.
Have you guys heard of Sierra Nevada Corporation? Anybody with V2K on here at all? Anybody?
I don't know, but
if they invented anything,
not Sierra
if they
Club.
invented anything, they would be on the USPTO website with their patents.
It's where they run the voice to skull. They call it the voice of God, right? That's where they're running. That's where one of the originating places was, and I looked into where they're located, and they are in Nevada, and I'm right at the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. So, and I remember going through that state, and I'm MK Ultra, right? MK Naomi, MK Search, and I was getting nosebleeds. And I was about that time when I saw the holograms in the sky, even with my mother and my sister and the neighbor, a kaleidoscope, if you will, above our home. When it got dark, my mother was like, oh, she called us outside. Come outside. Look at this. It was right above our house. Way up in the sky. Just
I used to have the same thing, and little spinning things and little designs, and yeah, I had that.
Where
Santa Clara when I was a kid in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I dreamt that. I remember it really happening.
In the sky at night?
Yeah, at dusk I saw it happening.
It was like all pretty colors just all swirling together is what it kind of looked like. And the only thing I can say, it was like a kaleidoscope. I take a risk to talk about this too. But yeah, because I lived, you know where I'm from, Chris. My father was working for IBM at that time in the precursor area to Silicon. You know where Blood Alley is, right, Brother Chris? Do you know where Blood Alley is? Remember when they called it Blood Alley? Highway 101 in San Jose. So I'm just saying that they were talking, I think on John's call, they were talking about different things in that direction. But I'll go and look. Has anybody looked it up? If you have V2K, you'd really want to be involved in that, because I like talking to people on the phone that have V2K, and I like cussing them out. As a matter of fact, anybody that's V2K right now that wants to share, are they saying anything to you right now while you're on this call?
Yeah.
Mine are telling me not to tell you guys that disclosure has been happening in Washington since 2011.
Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Faye.
What?
Faye.
Faye. Oh, where are you located? What Western or Eastern United States?
I'm in California.
Hey, Faye, how you doing? Hey, it's Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Ben, are you in the Bay?
Hi, Faye.
Are you the Ben? Ben, are you the one in the Bay, or are you somewhere else?
I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Cece.
Thank you, Chris, because I have a vested interest in that, because I've been very close to TIs who have V2K, and one of our sisters that used to run a call, her sister passed on, in the past year, and she had it severely. Those are the ones that just can't even function. They're always talking to the voices, you guys. The ones that get taken over by it, okay? And if you haven't heard a TI that's been taken over by voices, you haven't heard the worst of the worst of the worst of the torture. But I'm going to tell you, Faye, you're in California, you said?
Yeah, I think I'm 2 hours from DJ Chris.
You northern or southern California?
North Bay.
I don't get mad at you. I don't think I am.
Anybody else want to say what they're telling you right now?
That's okay.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have a call going on, yes. Thank you for listening or watching your favorite platform. Please like and subscribe, make a comment, and I read them all. I don't necessarily respond, but I do read them all. So please do that, and thank you for watching Targeted West. Go to TargetedWest.com for more information. Thank you.